Join us on the show right now, though, from the Virginia Shooting Sports Association, Mr. David Adams. How are you, David?
Great. How are you doing, Cam?
I am excellent. Appreciate you coming on the program tonight. And all right, so apparently we're getting ready for the air gun apocalypse here in the state of Virginia. State Senator Dave Marsden says it's insane that soon the use of air guns will be legal on private property throughout the state. Absolutely insane, according to Senator Marsden.
Yeah, well, and I think he's your state senator, so he's not known to be a friend of firearms. But
yes.
I think what frustrates me more is that the anti-gun folks, I don't care whether it has to do with restaurant carry, campus carry, or now air guns, they must think gun owners are just flaming idiots that we don't know how to practice our sport safely.
Right.
Because you can set up an air gun range anywhere. I mean, you can do it in the basement, in a garage. Do it. My 10-year-old's got a Daisy Red Ryder. We do it in the backyard. We put a backstop back there so that the BBs don't go on the property behind us. And we have lots of fun doing it. And so I really don't know what all the fuss is about.
I don't know either. Other than, as you say, this either expectation that every gun owner is completely irresponsible, or the need to provoke fear. Dare I say it, Dave, that maybe a lot of this is a desire by some politicians like Senator Marsden to provoke fear over this issue with their constituents who, let's say, aren't necessarily gun owners.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably the biggest part of it, and they get the Board of Supervisors up there, involved in it too. I mean, they quoted a member of the Board of Supervisors along with Marsden in that story, and so now they'll hold their public hearing, and there'll be a lot of whining and gnashing of teeth going on probably the entire meeting.
I think you're right. And I got to see when that meeting is. Do you know when it's going to be held, Dave?
I don't think they had a date in the article.
June 21st, I guess.
Because the law takes effect July 1st.
Yeah, I guess the hearing is going to be held June 21st. If it's during the day and I can actually make it out there, I will actually try to go out there and say I'm really not worried. Again, it's just so the law. What does the law actually do, Dave?
The law says that when a locality makes an ordinance that restricts the shooting of with the pneumatic guns, air rifles, that they have to have an exception for shooting on private property when the landowner, with the permission of the landowner. Now, I did go back and double check because I wasn't sure whether they also had to have permission of the adjoining landowner.
Yeah.
But the law clearly states you have to take care to make sure that the pellets do not cross boundary lines. And that's all it does. And in fact, if someone uses an air rifle unsafely,
right,
they still have the same penalties available to them that they do under the current statute.
Yeah.
I mean, most localities have an ordinance that you can't shoot across the street or across a walkway, and nothing about that changes. It just says that now I'll be able to set up a range in my backyard or in a garage outside, and I don't have to worry about being 300 feet away from the building next to me or behind me when I do that.
Okay. Look, that makes sense to me. And I'm looking at the Washington Examiner right here. It says permission is also needed from the owner of the land on which the ammunition is expected to land.
Yeah, well, I didn't exactly see that in the statute. I actually pulled up the legislation.
Okay.
And so I thought that was the case, and when I saw that in the article, I said, well, that kind of confirmed it. But then I went back and looked at the bill again, and I don't really see that in there. So I'm a little unclear on that. But the fact is, I got to believe, number one, in Chesterfield County, a minor is not allowed to shoot an air gun unless they're supervised by their parent or guardian. And I firmly believe that the vast majority of adults who allow their kids to shoot air rifles are going to do it in a safe manner and is going to make sure they don't have the pellets going in their neighbor's backyard.
I agree with you. And again, if they're being unsafe, then there are already laws on the books that can deal with that situation. Those laws were on the books before this General Assembly session, before this legislative session even got underway.
That's exactly right.
All right. Much ado about nothing. I don't know about you, Dave. I'm still going to let my kids play outside on July the 1st.
Yep, absolutely. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
All right. Mr. David Adams from the Virginia Shooting Sports Association. Thank you so much, Dave. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Cam.
All right.